NuSpeci's product line of high-potency nutritional supplements empower your body to fight for you so you can enjoy your life full of energy, strength, and endurance.
Our mission at NuSpecian is to offer products to help purify and rebuild your body system so you can lead a better, longer life.
NuSpecian formulas are designed to comprehensively meet your body's nutritional needs. A tablespoon can replace many bottles of tablets filling your cabinets. NuSpecian raw plant-based ingredients are easily absorbed and used by your body. It's safe and effective nutrition that you can really feel. Each of our formulas is designed to support your body as a whole, allowing it to do the work it was designed to do.
My labs have shown that my body's gotten stronger, so I know NuSpecian works.
Maintain, improve, or rebuild your health with the help of NuSpecian.
Order now at NuSpecian.com.
Good morning and welcome to the NuSpecian Live. I'm Jillian.
And I'm Aston. Good morning.
NuSpecian's mission is to help our clients live better and longer. NuSpecian invents and manufactures our own line of high-potency herbal formulas that support your body against the toughest of health challenges. Since we're all on our own health journey, what a good health choice is for you may not be for me, and so that's why we host this Q&A every Saturday at 10 a.m. so that you can get the answers you need to your questions that will help you continue to move along your health journey. So welcome today. We have some pre-submitted questions. We have some folks here in the chat saying good morning. If you are joining us on Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube, please know that you are welcome to stay there. But if you want to join in the chat, you do need to come on over to NuSpecian's website. So if you go to NuSpecian.com, click on live streams, and then just scroll to the second event, which is the Q&A. Once you click watch now, you'll be right with us and the chat will be available to you. It'll take you just a few seconds and we will all benefit more from your presence in the chat. All right, Aston, do you have anything for us this morning before we get into our first question?
No, I don't have any wisdom prepared this morning, but I hope everyone who is on will ask the question they have deep in their minds. Don't be shy. Just ask away. Ask for you. Ask for your family, your friends. You know what issues they have. You want to be able to advise them. You are NuSpecian missionaries, and you need information to convey to your family members and friends. So yes, you're a missionary for your family. A lot of you buy NuSpecian for your family. A lot of you take care of your family members. A lot of you support your family members, so you're a missionary for them. So if you have questions that you want to ask us, ask away. Don't be shy. You may save their lives. You may help them to live better, live longer. You just never know. So ask away.
All right, I'll say good morning to Yasmin. Good morning to June. Thank you for being here. June says, Aston is speechless. Wow. He'll find something to say, don't you worry.
Yes, June, I do have speechlessness. You just heard it. I actually stammer. A lot of you didn't know that. But I do have it in my history, so don't be surprised.
Another achievement that nobody knows that you have. Good morning to Janelle. Please continue to say good morning even if you don't plan on asking a question. And just know what typically happens is we'll start to answer a question and then you'll think of something that you want to ask. Try not to let that happen too late into the show because then we don't get to have time to answer your question. All right, so the first question is from Yasmin, who is here with us today. Mm-hmm. Have you had any success with stage 4 or 5 kidney disease? My GFR is 9 and my creatinine is 5. I am not on dialysis yet.
We do, and but not in all cases. In many instances, we weren't able to help people who have that level of kidney failure. So I am a little surprised though that your EGFR or GFR is at 9 and your doctors don't have you on dialysis, even if it's once or twice a week, because the EGFR is the filtration system of the human body. And if it's that low, it should be 60 or higher. And if it's that low, even if it was at 50, your body will retain urine. A lot of ammonia, that's what's in urine. Ammonia is what's broken down from the proteins produced by the genes, the amino acids, and those genes are made of nitrogen. So it's a powerful chemical, the ammonia, and it can destroy your organs. It can destroy your whole body. It can make you pass. It could make you pass out, because the more ammonia you have, is the less oxygen you have, is the more likely you're gonna just pass out one day.
She's saying currently she has no symptoms.
So your body is adjusting very well. So that's a good sign. If you're not having headaches or dizziness or tiredness, then your body is adjusting very well. And the creatinine is what, 5?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So we have a system at NuSpecian to help, our clients with kidney issues. I think you should go on it right away. And could you tell us what you believe or what your doctors believe is causing the kidney issue? Is it diabetes or blood pressure? Usually it's one of those or both. Do you have any of those issues, and are you on medication? You could let us know throughout our program. You can just bounce back in and out. We'll just continue this subject while we ask you to respond to these questions.
Okay. Fitzgerald says, always a pleasure to learn from you both. Thanks. You're welcome.
And there's something that you all should write down now.
She
that
says no history, no diabetes.
No history, no diabetes, no blood pressure. Are you on any medication?
So how would someone typically know that they have kidney failure without symptoms or pre-existing condition that would cause them to check the kidneys? How would you know? How did you find out, Yasmin?
One of the main symptoms is pain in the lower to upper back.
She said they don't even know.
You mean the doctors?
Yeah, I'm assuming that's what she's saying.
If you don't mind, you could also send us your lab report. I'd like to look at it.
We'll put the contact information.
Right.
She says lisinopril BP under control. Is lisinopril a high blood pressure medication?
It is.
Okay, so then you do have high blood pressure, Yasmin. And protein in urine. Okay, so there were some symptoms.
So this is something now, Yasmin, thank you for providing the additional information, because one of the things you're saying now is what caused a lot of people to die prematurely. And this is why. This is so key. It's one of the fundamental critical elements of human health and longevity, especially when it comes to taking medication. This is it, people. People would come to us and they're taking medication for high blood pressure. And their high blood pressure is, because of the medication, let's say it's normal. 120/70 is perfect high blood pressure. But you're taking medication, right? So the medication has nitrite in there that thin out the blood vessels and allow the blood to flow properly. So even though your blood pressure is quote unquote under control, you still have high blood pressure because the blood vessels are damaged. It's the medication that thinning the blood vessels and thinning the blood, making the blood to flow to ease the pressure on the body. But you still have high blood pressure. And that high blood pressure, even at 120/70, will still destroy the kidneys, will still destroy the eyes, will still destroy the heart. High blood pressure is one of the primary causes of heart disease. So people would say they're fine, and they don't realize that the medication, yes, is controlling the high blood pressure, or the medication is controlling the diabetes, but the diabetes or the high blood pressure is still destroying the body. Yes, you're not going to get a stroke if your blood pressure is 120/70, but the blood vessels, the organs are still being destroyed. So that's something that you all should make a note of. Yes, the medication for diabetes, blood pressure, high cholesterol, it's keeping those diseases under control, but you still have them. And then the worst part of it is, for a lot of people, even when you're on the medication, let's say for high blood pressure, the pressure could still spike. It could still spike up to 200/100. And in that short period of spiking that you may not be checking, that's when it also will destroy the kidneys, the eye, the heart, and other organs. So when your pressure is under control, that's a good thing. But you still have to rebuild your body to get rid of the blood pressure so you can get off the medication, because the medication have serious side effects. And a lot of blood pressure medication destroy kidneys, destroy heart, destroy men's prostate. And you should sit with your doctor. All of you, I'm talking to all of you now. You should sit with your doctors when you're taking medication and ask your doctor, so doctor, from your experience, what other organs the medication could be affecting? What do I need to do? Okay, people, and that's why when you have these issues, these diseases, the doctors will tell you, you have to be on the medication for life, because the medication is not going to make the blood pressure, the diabetes, or the issues go away. I hope that helps.
Yeah, I think this is an exceptionally good point, and that's why we encourage you all to ask your questions, because in this case with Yasmin, just even asking the questions and getting her answers, we went from no symptoms to actually there are symptoms. But I think what happens is that we're not educated by our doctors to understand that these things actually are symptoms, or having high blood pressure, even if it's under control, is still having high blood pressure. And because the doctor is doing their job, they're prescribing the medication, they're making sure that the medication is doing what it's supposed to do, adjusting the dose if necessary, but otherwise they've done their part. Bye. But the overall understanding of what's actually happening in your body, because of the disease, and additionally because of the medication, is lacking. And how else are you supposed to know that? You're not. There's no one telling you that. I wonder if that's a uniquely NuSpecian thing, that we talk about these kinds of things so much. And maybe because we work on the nutritional end, and people tend to come to us because despite their treatments medically, their body still needs support. And so we end up getting this unique perspective of all those gaps between what the medical care can actually provide for them and then what they still need from a professional. So just a little plug here. This is exactly why NuSpecian is opening a medical practice, because you need a medical provider who is helping you understand that although medication is a wonderful, wonderful thing to have access to, and when it works, it is amazing, but it is always temporary, because it's not actually fixing your health problem. It's managing the symptoms from causing devastating side effects like stroke. But long term, not only will the disease continue to decay your body, but the medication will start to as well. Mm-hmm. And that's where NuSpecian medical practice is taking a unique perspective in order to make sure you have that education, and that you always understand what role is the medication playing and what role is NuSpecian nutrition playing, because you need both sometimes, but you always need nutrition. So that's my plug for our medical practice, and why you may want to consider switching your primary care to NuSpecian's doctor once we officially open up for appointments, which will be coming soon.
And
but
excuse
sorry,
me.
Yasmin does say that she does have a consultation scheduled with you next week, Tuesday, and she has already sent in her labs.
Wonderful. So this is why all of you should invite your family members and your friends the people you love, everybody, but the people you love especially, anywhere they are in the world to our Q&A on a Saturday morning at 10 o'clock, because you all may have family members out there who are living in ignorance. And believe me, these education that we do will help, not may, will help to save lives, will help to extend lives. And Yasmin's situation is what I encounter every day. Every day I talk to clients. Yesterday I spoke with a young lady. She's 43 years old. She still have her menstrual cycle. She has gone through at least 15 iron and blood transfusion because she has a menstrual issue with fibroids. And yesterday she was very angry. She said the doctors refused to help her. The doctors can't help you with fibroids other than to remove the uterus or remove the fibroids. That's all the doctors can do. There is no medication on planet Earth that can fix a woman's menstrual cycle, that can fix the fibroids that develop in the woman's uterus, that can prevent the ovaries from getting cysts, that can prevent the breast glands from getting lumps or fibrocystic tissues called dense breasts, that can help men whose PSA elevates over 1 and they're traveling toward prostate cancer. And they're taking all the medication the men are taking, the women are taking. There is no medication, ladies and gentlemen, and the earth that can fix these issues. You get a menopause, and menopause causes heart disease, bone density issues, leading to premature death for women. There is no medication on the earth that can help these issues, ladies and gentlemen. That's why NuSpecian exist. But you may know now, but your family members don't know. Invite them, tie them up, bundle them up, drag them to the NuSpecian live streams. We do Q&A on Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. We do Monday school at 11 on Mondays. Drag them, because if you don't drag them, you're going to drag them to funerals. You're going to drag them to their graves. You're going to go to their graves and cry over them. No one lives forever, but when someone dies prematurely, we know how painful that is.
Yeah.
So drag them, because your family members don't know what we're talking about here. They don't know. The doctors don't tell them. And the doctors don't bother because 2 reasons the doctors don't bother. 1, Yasmin, the doctor's not going to explain these things to you for 2 main reasons. 1, the doctors can't help you. They have no medication to help you. So why engage you in that conversation when they can't help you? Right? That's 1. Number 2, if the doctor tells you that your kidneys are failing and they're failing to complete oblivion, where you're going to be on dialysis in 6 months or whatever the case, what are you going to do, Yasmin? You're going to find another doctor. The doctor doesn't want to lose you. So they're not going to tell you they can't help you. They won't tell you that. So you all remember that.
Yeah, we experienced that same situation in pretty high stakes with our own child. So we know. We're working really hard to build a medical practice that can allow us to avoid ever getting into those kinds of tactics.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So we are putting together a medical practice because we have no choice. I feel like everything we do at NuSpecian, we have no choice. If we really want to help people the right way, like making the formulas we have, make them to work, make them to help people to live better, live longer, I feel like we get to a point where we have no choice but to do it ourselves.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because as we started formally building the medical practice, we just keep looking at each other like, gosh, we've just been building a medical practice since the beginning, and we just didn't know. You know, it's all been leading to this very naturally. All right, Richard has a question. So Richard is asking about, his question is, what is your suggestion or treatment for high blood pressure? He is currently on losartan 100 milligrams.
So if you're taking 100 milligrams, it means that your blood pressure is really bad. 5 milligrams is when the doctor would say to you, okay, your pressure is a problem. But when they put you on anything over 10 or 20 milligrams, it means that your life is at risk. So high blood pressure lives in the blood vessels. We have systems at NuSpecian, formulas or products that can help you to rebuild your body, rebuild the cardiovascular system, which is the heart, the lung, and the blood vessels. Those are the three systems that actually work together to fight blood pressure. So we have a system that can help to rebuild that for you to get your body over time to help, to heal itself. So the body is what will do the work for you. And if you go on it and stay in it, we have the starters, systems that you can use or packages that we can use in the website. You just go on it and stay in it. If you're on 100 milligrams, it probably means that you've had high blood pressure for at least 5 to 10 years, maybe even longer. And you probably started at 5 or 10 or 20 milligrams and now you're up to 100. So what's going to happen over time is that eventually the doctor's going to give you medication. You should be getting medication for that medication you're taking for the 100 milligram, because that 100 milligram is going to cause a massive amount of side effects. So you should be taking, water pills if doctors haven't recommended it to help to protect your kidney and your heart. And if you're not taking any water pill, you should talk to your doctor.
He says, does that mean not taking the losartan? No. So I'm assuming, Richard, you're talking about in conjunction with a NuSpecian nutritional formulas. If that's what you mean, no, you absolutely stay on your medication. It's perfectly safe to take NuSpecian formulas right along with your medical treatment. They're just basically food. If you read through the ingredients, you'll see that it's just not food you could buy at a grocery store. All of our formulas are raw, and so that means that the enzymes and everything is present in the ingredients in order to help your body very easily process them. You'll be given specific instructions on how to take them along with your medication, so whether before or after, how long we should wait. When you order that package on our website, there is a very detailed instructional manual that will basically allow you to self-serve for quite some time. And we take you through everything you need to know. But yeah, you absolutely will stay on your medication. This is where having a doctor who believes you can actually get better is important, because what's going to happen is at some point, your blood pressure, if your body can rebuild and use the nutrition to rebuild, at some point you won't need the same dose. And you need a doctor who actually believes that eventually you can slowly reduce your medication and come off, because only your doctor can help you do that. That's another reason why we want to have our own medical practice, so that we have a doctor who actually believes you can heal and wants you to come off your medication as soon as possible and is safe. And so ideally you would talk to your doctor about this goal, what you're doing for that goal. There are plenty of doctors who look at our products and say that these are great. They look at the ingredients, they see they're natural, that they're plant-based, that our products are raw. And then they're happy. There are some doctors who just say no to all supplements, no matter what they are, because they just don't know about that stuff and they don't want the liability. So I'm not sure where your doctor will fall, but considering the milligrams that you're on and how long you probably have had high blood pressure, it's very important you have a doctor who's on board with your goal to rebuild your health. Because you're going to want that guidance. Because once you your body starts getting stronger, you won't need that dose anymore, and only your doctor can guide you with that.
Right.
He said, I did reduce my weight and my pressure is down also. That's excellent. Mm-hmm. That's excellent. Good. So then your doctor will know that you're doing other things to help rebuild your health. You're not looking at our formulas as a treatment or as some kind of cure-all. They're just the necessary nutrition that your body has always needed. And now you just need at a higher level until you rebuild, and then you can go down to maintenance. But basically, our supplements are unlike anything else you've ever tried before, because they are alive. We have a unique process called cold processing. So not cold pressed like a juice, but cold processing. So in our manufacturing process, we don't apply heat to our ingredients, and that keeps all of the vitamins and enzymes and other heat sensitive biochemicals in the plant. It keeps them alive and actually be able to be used by your body. So the digestive process is extremely easy. They assimilate right away. And you'll be surprised by the power you'll feel when you take them, unlike other supplements where you're just crossing your fingers and hoping they're doing something, but not really. Oh, great. Richard says he has a consult on Tuesday. I'm assuming you mean with Aston, but maybe you mean with your doctor if you want to clarify. If you mean with Aston, then hopefully you've also sent your labs any recent medical records you have. That'd be great. Okay. Well, Yasmin and Richard, please feel free to continue to add on to your situation or ask more questions. Yes, with Aston. Okay, so you'll talk with Richard next week as well, Aston.
Okay.
All right, great. Well, it is 10:27. We have a few more minutes. I don't currently have any other questions. Richard corrected the spelling of your name. Yes, everyone says Austin first, so you're not alone on that one. He's used to it. Or Ashton. So, all right. Are there any last words you'd like to give for today? Oh, I can say, sorry, I have words. MSM is back in stock. Those of you
You
who've
have
been waiting.
words. You have good
words
news
to say.
too.
I have really good news. So MSM is back in stock. This is very exciting for those of you who've been relying on MSM, and those of you we've been talking to today with high blood pressure. You will find that MSM is likely going to be in their package that you're going to recommend. Am I wrong about that?
Not MSM.
Oh, no.
Not for blood pressure.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Don't listen to me. This is why you consult with him. All right. So anyway, those of you who need MSM, it is back in stock. It was delivered to all of our stores yesterday and is available to be shipped as well. And we did very briefly sell out of Raw Energy or the Fiery Focus product. So that is also available again if that gotcha. And these t-shirts will soon be for sale at the stores. The stores have them. We just haven't actually gone through the process of helping the team figure out how they ring them up and stuff. So those of you who've been looking forward to getting your New Species t-shirt, you will have that soon. And then another cool little plug is our systems we use to sell our products online and in store have finally improved their connection so that pretty soon you should be able to go online and order online to pick up in store. So actually pick the store you want to go to, see if the product is available, purchase it, and then go pick it up at the store without having to call our client services team and go through a whole process. We're very excited about this update. I don't know what it's going to take to implement or how long it will take me to get to it, considering everything else we're working on, but it is good to know we can finally do that, and you can look forward to that convenience in the future.
And join me in Monday School, all of you. Monday School on Monday at 11 a.m. Please join me in Monday School. We're going to talk about our beautiful culture before the Bible, before Abraham. We're going to talk about the beautiful culture that was destroyed, and if that culture was not destroyed, how I believe the world would be so beautiful today, and probably without wars and hate. So in Monday School, we're going to talk about the beautiful culture, our beautiful culture that was destroyed and replaced by what we have today.
And to what end? Are we going to bring it back? Can we bring it back?
We can bring it back.
So
The people always have the power. We always have the power, but do we have the courage and the conviction to do what's right? You know, do we fear the powers that be, or do we challenge them like people did in earlier times? Not long ago, they challenged kings with their massive armies and brought down kingdoms. You know, the common people, they destroy the kingship in Great Britain. They destroy kingship in France, you know, the French Revolution. And all around the world, all these monarchies were taken down by regular, ordinary people who had the courage and the conviction. So do we want to get divine spirituality back in our lives where we can have more harmony in the world, if we want it, we have to have the courage and the convictions, or we're going to talk about the beautiful culture that was destroyed and
But those who
replaced
have
with.
not yet listened to you on Monday School or participated, you are not by any means, because we the recent insurrection in our country's history, we're not promoting that, right?
No,
No, not
absolutely
talking about
not. We're
overthrowing
talking about
governments.
spirituality. We're talking about God and spirituality and the the peace and harmony and balance we need to have in our lives. That's all we're talking about.
And the courage to achieve that.
We're talking about the godlessness in the world and the lack of spirituality in the world.
Mm-hmm.
That's all we're talking about. No, we're not talking about revolutions. Thank you for that
Just
clarification.
like I was like, who? Anyone who doesn't
We're
know what
not
you're talking
talking about the Third World War. Nothing like that. Not at all. We're talking about spirituality in our lives, in our families, in our homes. That's what we're talking about. That's
Right.
where it begins.
Which can be a revolution of sorts, but on a micro level, not on a governmental level.
No, we're not the government. We don't care about the government. But I know you're with me, right? We don't care about the government, right? They don't support us. They're not there for us. They don't help us, right? So we don't care about the government. We care about living our lives regardless of the existence of governments.
Mm-hmm.
Governments will be governments. Politicians will be politicians.
Yeah, but luckily there is a lot that we can do to make our lives better on our own.
Just like New Species.
Mhm.
Look what we do with New Species, right? We started this company and we're helping a lot of people. And, people would think that we were anti-medicine. We are not anti-medicine. We're pro-medication, right?
When necessary.
And now we are going to put a medical center in. So we are pro-medicine. We are pro-doctors. We are pro-pharmaceutical. We are, because medication save lives. I personally have seen how medication have saved lives or extend lives. So we are pro-medicine. So it's the same thing. We have the courage and the conviction to do what's right, to make you products and formulas that can help you and your family to live better and longer. It's the same courage, it's the same conviction that we're going to bring to Monday School with spirituality. That's the other side of physical health, is the mental and spiritual health. That's what Monday School is. So thank you for the clarification. We're not looking to uproot the government or uproot any industry. No, we're not doing that.
And on that note, thank you so much for joining us today on our Q&A. Your questions were excellent. They really helped foster an excellent conversation and bring up points that I know are useful to all the folks who join and tell us that they listen in and get the education but don't actually say hi. And so thank you again. And we hope you have a wonderful weekend. And we look forward to seeing you Monday morning at 11 a.m. right back here at NuSpecies.com. Click on live stream, click on Monday School, and we'll be chatting again.
Have a great weekend.